Hi, good night, guys. I am Quinn,
Kezia.
Tonika.
and welcome to All Things Quinn. This is the second episode, and we are going to be talking about New Year's resolutions, whether we believe in them, what are the social settings surrounding them. Why am I saying social settings? The social norms.
I think you're so accustomed with doing research papers
I
that
know,
you're basically
right?
reciting. But I guess, guys, we'll be talking about New Year's resolutions, our own beliefs, on New Year's resolutions, and how we feel about New Year, New Me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm too formal. Thank you for deformalizing me. And I don't even think deformalizing is a
No
word.
problem.
And we're talking about being informal, and I'm using deformalization. Help us, Lord. And this is Tanisha.
Tonika.
Oh my God, I've been getting her name incorrect the
Guys, she
entire
has
time.
said her name probably 5 times because we did a test, right? And she said Tonika 5 times.
And I said
I am
Tonika
sorry.
when we started.
To think
Just
that
saying.
to think that I crucify people for mispronouncing my name. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Right now, she looking like she want to fight, man. She's saying it's okay.
It's okay.
And she have nails, so I shall move. Okay, so Kezia, do you believe in New Year's
Let me go first
resolutions?
because like-
Okay.
So I believe that resolutions can happen. One like me wouldn't set a resolution because I would not be complete with resolutions. So I may start one, I may complete one, I may finish one, but I don't stick to a certain structure when it comes to resolutions. But I do believe that there are people who could have resolutions, stick to it, and complete it.
So probably the discipline is the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
I think I'm against it. To the point where I'm advocating against New Year's resolutions.
Wait, which New Year hurts you? Tell us.
All of them. All 20-something of them. Guys, I'm 20-something. I'm not telling you what the something is.
21 forever, baby.
Mariah said she's 11. If she could say that. You know?
Ageless queen.
Yeah, but my thing is the whole ideology of New Year, New Me, it rubs me the wrong way. To be honest, it comes across as I have to instead of I want to. And it becomes a job instead of something that you just be like, okay, I analyze my year, what new goals can I do? You know, it's not effortless anymore. And I think that we live in a culture now where we idolize things. And I think New Year's resolutions is one of those things
That we
idolize.
In that respect, I understand what you were saying, but I love New Year's resolutions. And to the latter of what you
This
said,
is the planner, babe, guys.
Yeah, this is glitters
and planners and stickers, guys.
and pink and green and yellow.
well, I hate pink, green, and yellow. The colors that I love are blue, black, white, and gold.
No, but these are colors that stand out. You know, that stick. Like if I saw a planner with these colors, I'd be like, okay.
I would be like, bleh.
I'd be like, I'm serious. They brought out the colors. It's like,
I
is that pink? Okay, what pink say? Clean the room. Which
but
room?
you probably shouldn't have cleaned the room on your planner. If you do, then listen. If you do, then message me, and I'm gonna help you get your stuff together.
No. I have cleaned the room on my phone calendar, like today. Today.
Yeah, like today I am not going to sleep. I'm not going to watch. That's The Witcher. I am not going to watch Harry Potter. I'm cleaning the room.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like New Year's resolution, and to the latter of what you said it should be something that you want to do and not something that you feel obligated to do.
Yeah.
We know that societal norms, all these social settings around it. Here I go again being formal.
That's okay.
All the things around it. It has it as a duty, as a social obligation, as opposed to reflection, like genuine reflection. I am a traditional person. I like tradition. Hence the reason I love Christmas. It's not religious for me. And that's because of my beliefs, but it's more so of traditions. We do it for the nostalgia, as Mariah said. right? So it's about creating that feeling that takes me back to the days of my grandmother, my foreparents, etc. Like the family that I lost, the family that I still have, holding them close, and like all of that good, mushy, warm feeling. Things like that is what the end of year / beginning of year is to me. So I tend to do a lot of reflecting, especially.
So for you, it's like New Year, new beginnings.
So it's sometimes it's like, yes, I need a new beginning, and then sometimes it's like, this previous year was good. A lot of stuff happened. I modeled through a lot of things. I made it through, and I want to continue on that path. But I want to add this stage. I want to be better at this, and that is, as
So
I
like
always say,
self-reflection and stuff.
because I am a person that, they say selfish but selfless at the same time. And as I said in the first episode, I am confusion personified. Like, because she's telling me that she would think that I would like all the colors, and I understand why people would believe that when in actuality I only like X, Y, and Z colors, right?
So your bits anal, but you
Sis,
it's like
explain
you
what that
striving-
word means, because nobody's going to know what
anal.
you mean by
Meaning
anal.
that,
We
you know,
did psychology, so we
meaning
know.
that Quinn, I mean, all of us are psych majors here.
Oh, you
One
did
is a
psych as
graduate.
well? Okay.
But basically, you're a planner. You work by a plan. You don't deviate. It kind of is like OCD. You need to maintain control. However, you
I feel attacked.
you
Me over here,
survive in
attacked.
chaos a little bit.
I survive in chaos, and I thrive amidst it, because like growing up in a home that I grew up amidst all these people in a surrounding where
They
like
don't
everyone
care.
is different.
But is
They're
it that?
not specific
But is
to your
it
needs.
that
Yeah.
you ascribe to New Year's resolution? Because it sounds. I mean, I know Tonika is neither here nor there,
True.
and I am
I do.
against it.
I
But
ascribe to New Year's
But it can
resolution.
do
really
you do it
be-
every year?
I do
Because a
New
New
Year's-
Year's resolution to me is somebody who every year you
Religiously.
make it like how you're traditionalists.
Yes,
Every
to the
year.
point where on New Year's I didn't get to do it this year, unfortunate
How did you
circumstances. I wanted to cry, but
Wow.
but because of 2019 and the stuff that I went through in 2019, I actually didn't cry, and that is why I think that 2019 was a great year for me.
But the
'Cause-
resolution, sorry.
That's fine, because it was really hard in terms of the people that I lost, the things that I lost, the experiences, but it was also really beautiful in terms of the things that I gained. And so the things that I gained, being, it may not be material, but the psychological and social things, the things that enhance my personality.
Honestly, 2019 sucked.
No, 2019 Mariah got her 19 to number one. That year would go down in
Mariah?
history.
Mariah,
I didn't get any number ones. I had
No, but for
I
me,
even had 4 people number ones.
2019 was exactly it was a complete humbling experience and a year full of L's, and
What?
not even
Regular L's.
not even external L's per se.
Internal
but I
L's?
feel as though because I was listening to I was listening to some motivational tapes on faith and all of that, and the person was talking about sacrifice and what is spiritual warfare, and how do you know that God's preparing you for your blessing.
Yeah.
And one of the things was, 3 things: sacrifice, forcing you to give up something even though you don't want to give it up.
2019.
2019. The
2019.
fact that you are filled with confusion. 2019. And the fact that God is forcing you closer to Him. 2019. And to me, 2019 was, I felt like I was at war.
But you don't feel like it came out better at the end of
No,
it?
I'm not mad at 2019. 2019 is like the ex-boyfriend
We
that's
okay,
you're
but
really-
we're not friends.
Yeah, like you're really be like,
Like,
you're
I'll
cute
hear
still,
you.
I
I'll
might
hear
talk
you,
to, yeah,
but we're
we
not stopping to
we're
talk though.
Exactly.
I feel like
and
they're
to
turning
me-
into therapy, and I'm a therapist, so
To
the rates
me-
are as follows. 300 an hour.
To me, 2019 was like that. Though. It was a year of a humbling experience. But I think for me, the setting up of a New Year's resolution allows people to be like, okay, 2019 sucked. Let me try being a new self.
What if
No, but-
resolutions didn't have to be so serious?
Possibly, and that is what I believe. I believe
But I
that
think people take it so serious.
Yeah, but that is
Yeah.
some. That is
there are
not
some
all.
people, not everyone, so we can't paint it with a broad
Like
brush
some
and
people, New
say,
Year's resolution, they might finally watch you, which you should, with Joe,
I-
favorite.
listen,
I am
I
shipping Joe
started-
and Love. Okay.
listen, I started
We have a
you.
Joe is
fanatic.
goals.
We have a fanatic here.
Me too. I started you on New Year's Eve, and to this day, I still on episode 3 because I've been busy. But we digressing, right? New Year's resolution is in fact the entire season of Christmas / into New Year's is very traditional for me.
Yeah.
So I used to probably shouldn't say this, but I used to have like wine, and I think it's some Spanish tradition where you would have 12 grapes and 12 sips, or well, it's supposed to be 12 sips of wine, but I always end up having 12 glasses of wine. And you would
Load.
set a goal or a wish for every month of the year, and it's completely up to you what it is, right, to achieve. And to me, it's like that was the tradition for New Year's, like breaking in the new year.
Yeah, but is it that?
And so-
But you cried though.
When
You said that this year.
I
you
almost
couldn't do
cried,
it,
I couldn't do it. So it's like, it was like I was saddened because of everything that was happening. Not only the fact that
That it didn't
I
complete
couldn't get to do the tradition thing, but because of the year that I had, it strengthened me to the point where I caught myself and I was like, well, you know, it isn't X, Y,
you
and
guys
Z,
can
but
hear
it
that
is.
I am the only one that says that you guys don't have to do New Year's resolution.
I'm not telling you to
Right?
do
No, and I
either.
did
Just
say
say
some
it.
of us
They
can
stop.
complete it, and some of us
I'm not telling you.
complete
In
it.
fact, I am telling you all what to do. Search within yourself, reflect, give it time,
But
and
why
set the
do
goals
we-
that you want. And it don't have to be only.
It doesn't have
New
to be
Year's.
serious.
So this is
It
what we're
doesn't
talking
have to
about.
be serious, but my thing is, why does it have to wait until New Year's?
No, that is what
Because
I'm
a New
saying.
Year's resolution is labeled a New Year's resolution for a reason. It's not just a resolution. And we have a whole heap of people just waiting for that time
But
to be
the-
like, okay, New Year, let me set these goals. When you could have set these goals in August.
True, but the thing is, what we're discussing on New Year's resolutions, right? So we're not saying that you shouldn't set resolutions throughout the rest of the year, because I definitely set resolutions, goals,
Yeah, throughout the year.
everything throughout the
Yeah,
year.
but what we're talking about is New Year's resolution.
Right,
Well,
so
I guess
you should
don't
set
have to
New
read
Year's
into it
resolution
so seriously,
and
because obviously you will
resolutions.
keep up goals throughout the year, resolutions throughout the year. So it's
And-
not necessarily just New Year's, but that could be the starting point.
And if you reach July and you realize that these New Year's resolutions were based in or from a place of fear, hesitance, doubts, and not in love,
It's
because
morphing into something.
yeah, because
So
the
you're
only
free to
thing-
transform,
Yeah.
basically.
Exactly, and that is what I am saying. That is why I like New Year's resolution, because that is the time in which I
The ground
reflect
The
mostly.
blueprint.
I honestly think
Yeah.
that comes with maturity, though. Like, let's be real. It when you allow yourself to be resilient enough that, let's say you set a New Year's resolution to lose 20 pounds. But
That was
you
last year.
But you only
Lost it. Thank
but
you,
you only
2019.
no, but you only lost 10.
Yeah.
Is it that you're so stuck on this resolution that you cannot be resilient enough to be like, okay, let's push forward and let this morph into something else?
Or
Let this
maybe
Yeah.
you
move
lost
on.
10, but you gain in muscles.
But then did
you
you
can't really
actually-
see you can't really see the loss, but it's still a gain because now your body looks firmer, toner.
Yeah, but he's seeing
I mean,
this
weight
based on
also,
yeah.
But you
If
see
you
the-
lost 20 pounds, fat and gain muscle.
Yeah.
The thing is, your New Year's resolutions are about you. It's about knowing yourself and setting goals that you believe that you can attain. And
I
even
mean, some people
if you,
could be too hard on themselves.
But that's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
that, but this is what I'm trying to employ people to do. I used that word correctly, who knows? And vacations, well, school started back today, but my first working day is as of tomorrow, so I'm on vacation. Right? So, I am trying to motivate people to look at themselves deeply and not be shallow about what they're trying to achieve, because New Year's resolution is really about reflecting. If you can set goals, that means you have to reflect, you have to take the time to think about where you are
At
at.
least I think we should get this clear though, and I think a lot of people should understand this, that New Year's resolutions are goals. It's not dreams. A dream is something that you think about and it's in your head. A goal is something that you write down. You have a plan, and I think that there's a big difference in when you're really serious, I guess, about it. Whether it's something as in block your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend.
Thank you,
and finally move
2019.
on.
This spirit.
Yeah, like you'll be like, okay, this dead weight needs to go.
Yeah.
Or something as finally cut your hair, or something, or try a new style. But I think that a lot of us are not emotionally intelligent to
Reflect, yes.
and be honest with ourselves. Like, okay, we are this messed up. We are this. Let's start working on ourselves. Really start working on ourselves. And the accountability, unfortunately, I find with our generation, it's lacking a little bit.
But I'm not attributing our knowledge and our emotional intelligence to our educational status and in terms of studying psychology and stuff, but
Yeah.
I feel as though my educational background had a lot to do with reinforcing these things, because these things were already innate, but these things were innate because of the upbringing that I had, and not much people fortunate to have the upbringing that we have. So what can we do to help others understand what a New Year's resolution really should be, and what can we do to help others to become emotionally intelligent enough to understand that they need to begin to work on themselves?
I honestly think for me, because I have two little brothers. One is 5 and one is 10. So whilst I'm against New Year's resolutions, I am for making plans. I am for setting goals and having short-term goals and long-term goals. So I'm not completely, chaotic, guys. But they asked me, Kezia, would you set some New Year's resolutions with us? Would you do this?
Oh, that's really
And
cute.
because, so I was like, okay, cool. Let's do this together. And I think holding them accountable from such a young age, if you want to achieve this goal, you have to be committed to achieving this goal and showing them, because guys, children are not stupid. We continuously underestimate the minds of children,
That is so true.
and they understand things beyond what we could even imagine that they don't pick up, they get it. And I think when you teach them, you nurture them from young, it helps when they get to our age and they're like, okay, New Year's resolutions, this was really for. It's what I'm really going to do. And I think that's something that will help.
So you're saying that we are going to help people understand what New Year's resolution is. We're going to help them become more emotionally intelligent by working on them from young.
From young, I think
as
it
babies.
should start from young. I really do.
I can't put towards helping them, because I still believe that resolutions don't have to be taken as seriously as you guys may take it. So, yes, you're instilling things in your little brothers and that, but I still believe it's something that you can make fun, something you could play with,
What do you mean by
something
play
you
with
could
though?
work on. Like, it doesn't have to be something serious, like today's the day I'm gonna start my degree, or this year's the year.
No, but we said that it could be like something that cuts your hair.
I know. So that was it. That is more media. So I don't think it takes much emotional intelligence to decide this year I will cut my hair.
Honestly, no.
Or
Fair
dye
enough.
red.
No, but some
Past-
people have a lot of attachment to
hair.
hair.
I passed the barbershop days and I was like, I don't know if it was a crisis, guys, but it was some days in 2019 that I was like, today I'm gonna cut it. Now I'm gonna cut it.
Thank
Like,
you, 2019.
Yeah, like I didn't even. So I think that I wouldn't say that is a seriousness. I think it's a showing that you could commit. Even if it's something as you cut your hair, be bold and brave enough to commit to, okay, this is what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Fuck what everybody else say.
Literally. Oh, no, not literally, not literally.
On the cusp of what she was saying, I am the here and now person because I believe it was Uncle Stephen or somebody who
Who's
preached.
Uncle Stephen though?
Somebody from church, like
Okay.
my church uncle. He preached about living here, not like live if you're dying or something. I really can't remember who preached about
I
it.
think I understand what you're saying.
But it's like,
yeah.
if, like you said, not to take it so seriously, I take stuff seriously because I'm
Yeah, I remember you're a planner. You have an OCD. You need control.
So my thing is, I am not guaranteed to live to see tomorrow. So if I am here now and I have a goal to achieve, then I'm going to start doing things to help me achieve that goal right here and right now. Kezia, when I came to Kezia, I was like, Kez, I want to start a podcast 2020, sorry. And she was like, okay, it's November, we can start talking. I was like, we need to come up with names. And then that same night, we came up with the name All Things Quinn.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, we need to start planning in terms of when we're going
Guys,
to
he had
record.
me on my PR marketing with like, okay, this is platforms they can use.
Exactly.
Search.
Because I am, and that,
Yeah.
I feel like it was maybe after 1 a.m. and I am there
Yeah,
thinking
I was
about
like,
names.
okay, I think I want to start a podcast. Boom, I see Quentin starting a podcast. I was like, okay, Quinn.
Yeah, because that is the type of person I am. Don't leave what you could do for today, for tomorrow.
tomorrow.
That is
That's like
my
my mom's,
grandmother.
like,
So
saying, yeah.
thank you, Naomi Joan Dixon. Rest in peace, but thank you. We have her to blame for that. But in terms of me, what I believe that I could do to help people in become more emotionally intelligent, to understand what New Year's resolutions are, I believe I am doing it now, and is on the platform is using my voice, our voices, the knowledge that I have to inspire and help others, because I've been redundant because I said this in the previous podcast. I probably will say it in many others. Withheld knowledge is wasted knowledge. So the things that I know, I must be able to share. That's why I have conversations with almost every single body. And I know my friends love me, but they probably hate me because I talk plenty. Like, you could tell me, boy, I'm going to do our homework tomorrow. And she's nodding. You can't see, but she's nodding.
Yeah, guys, you hear your witness to our conversations. It's unedited, by the way.
It's like, I would tell my friends would say, I have some work to do, but I'll do it tomorrow. It's like, you sure to live to see tomorrow? It's
Yeah, you've done that to me already.
Yeah,
like, exactly.
But if I don't live to see tomorrow, win-win.
No, it's not a win-win.
No,
I
because
will have to do the
This is the
homework.
thing, guys. I'm like the medium between Tonika and Quinn. It's like, okay, should I go with the devil, which is Tonika? You know, like, tempted. Do I not? Or should I be like, okay, let's get this done? Yeah,
But the thing
I
is-
think I have a little bit of indiscipline still inside of me, and
I wish I could.
yeah, I like to, maintain control too, but it's a sign of defense, and we all have defenses. Like, we all have things that we use as a defense to cope with the world,
True.
and sometimes, unfortunately, those defenses, we tend to use those defenses to cope, but they also block us.
Look at you
It's-
dropping
it's-
gems.
It's like
Preach.
it's like you maintain all this control, planning a trip, like you're planning a trip, but you can't enjoy this trip because it doesn't go as planned. So now
I
you
am
saw a
definitely
whole
not
trip.
that person.
No, but there are people
People
who
like
are
that,
like
yes,
that,
yes.
and New Year's resolution. The reason why I'm against it is because those people who are like that, it spoils the entire year.
It spoils everyone.
And I think
Entire
that,
year,
and I believe that we could make goals and definitely make short-term and long-term goals, but live.
Yeah.
I'm an advocate now. My mom
In the
looked
year
at me
now.
one day and she was like, "Cause you're a bit meticulous." you're doing everything that a 20-something, quote unquote, should be doing, or you're doing everything that I would like. I hoped my daughter would do, and you're getting good grades, and you're XYZ, you're out of trouble, and I'm married or producing children yet, but win some, lose some. But
Fair enough.
and she's like, but you're not living. And when she told me that, it kind of hit me like, wait.
No, but what is living? I mean, everybody have their different concepts. I think that is
This is
still
a
a
topic for
touchy
another
area.
podcast.
Yeah, but I think for one thing though, people identify living as in you enjoying the moment and stop trying to plan everything around the moment.
This
And
is
nothing really wrong with planning. Is the over planning?
That's
Planning.
the thing. I didn't know how to let things. I mean, you guys know me.
Now she does over plan to the point it even makes sense anymore.
Yeah, like I am like, okay,
We don't
we
reach
staying
here though. Why you
Okay,
still
why am I-
planning?
We are on a
Still
vacation
looking
and
for
I'm
details.
still looking
When
like
you don't think, okay, we go in, hummingbird, whatever, and this is the day. Yes, they're coming back, but I called so and so what?
yeah.
But I have been like that, but I learned to live because, as we were saying, live as if you're dying. So if I could do something now, I'm gonna do it. If I can't do it, if it didn't go as planned, then that is okay. And I know how to enjoy every moment, and you know that. This is why I was saying previously, I am confusion personified, because you would never meet somebody who would plan to the T, but
And
could
you
live
know
in the
what
moment
is so
as much as
crazy
me.
is that the confusion I was experiencing wasn't an external one.
Internal.
Like it was internal. Like I literally was confused. Guys, I had so much plans. I had blog plans, business plans, this plans, that plans, and I was confused. I had all these ideas, but yet still I was confused on executions, and I know, and I had my books written down, but I genuinely felt confusion war inside of me. And honestly, for me personally, what tempered my internal war was drawing closer to God. And listen, I'm not perfect. I might drop a little F-bombs here and there,
Noted.
or a lot of F-bombs here and there if you know me very well, but it's definitely something that, I think resolutions had to come with a little bit of peace too.
That brings us back to what we're saying is about knowing yourself and truly reflecting. It's literally
introspection.
about you.
Yeah, the
Even
face
if you
of the
talk to other
truths.
people, like even if you go to like people who know you like if you have sisters, brothers, or your close friends, even your neighbor from upstairs who hear you playing your gangster music, but in the night you sit down praying, you cussing up Tommy on the phone. Yeah, so you know, get to someone who knows you, and you have to be willing to be open with yourself too.
Yeah, and face the ugly truth.
Yeah, you
because
have to be
we
willing to
not
hear
all
you can't
pretty.
sing, sis.
Yeah.
You cannot sing. You have to be willing.
I heard a lot of that this year, guys.
This year, today's only the what?
I heard a lot of that this year.
Nobody.
I heard a lot last year.
I heard a lot. I hear a lot of it as well. But it's about
I enjoy
knowing and understanding you, yet are being so redundant. But repetition helps with learning.
It's kind of like knowing that you can't sing but not caring.
Yeah, like me.
Like you know
Oh, they should be
yourself.
happy I haven't started singing yet.
Yeah, like God enjoys my music.
Exactly, most importantly.
It's a bop.
And to stray a little bit,
There's a need to.
so like singing
cool,
is singing is so spiritual and innate, at least for me. Like sometimes you could sing and somebody will not appreciate it,
Yeah.
but you know what you are feeling, and you know.
Like Sia said, like your tone wouldn't resonate with everybody. I've literally heard people tell me, "Oh my gosh, your voice is amazing," but then
And
I've had
then-
other people be like, "Kezia, you need to stop singing."
Yeah, same.
terrible.
I feel like every singer could attest to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't understand. At least we are
He
singers.
said every singer may attest to that. That still does not mean you could sing, right? Just laying that out there.
If you get up on a morning, I forgot who said this, but it was in the movie Sister Act 2 from a book. It was a quote that Whoopi was saying. If you get up on a morning and the first thing you want to do is sing, you are a singer. If you get up in the morning and the first thing you want to do is write, you are a writer. So let me tell all you something. If you get up and the first thing you want to do is sing, you sing your pretty little heart out.
Thanks.
If that is, my thing is, going back to the New Year's resolutions, I think too that with the realism thing, you know, that if you want to be a singer, why not set a resolution that is realistic, that aligns with your purpose and your talent?
As in,
because whilst everybody else might be like, oh, Quinn, you can't sing, but you and yourself feel as though singing just sets your soul on fire.
Exactly.
This is literally what you feel like you're put here to do, is minister through your voice. Why not go to a choir? Why not join a vocal? Go to a vocal coach.
And for your New Year's resolution, it could be as simple as learning to do scales.
Getting your driver's license.
Right, it could be
getting your driver's license.
Renewing that passport.
Right?
We manifesting, guys.
So it could be as simple as learning skills. It could be as simple as learning to keep in rhythm. It could be as simple as learning the tonic roots, learning which part of your voice is, understanding your voice, understanding how to use your voice. Yeah? So like your New Year's resolutions could be literally that simple. But in terms of steering the conversation back to New Year's resolutions, right, we were saying about the stuff that we could do to help the wider society, to help the people that we know understand New Year's resolutions and be more emotionally intelligent. And we all said our piece on that. To add to that, I feel as though we really need to meet people where they are, and we really need to take a look around us and try to help the people around
Quinn
us.
is sending us on a ministry.
It doesn't have to be that formal or serious, because like you all know I am very friendful, according to Tia. Very friendful, right? I communicate with a lot of people, and most times it's always very comical and light, but you have at least once a week. At least every single body that I communicate with, I try to check in on them and see where they're at. Because sometimes I saw this post and it was like, their self, how are you? Really, how are you? And I was like, you know, I always checking up on people, but I never check up on myself. And you know, most people never check up on themselves. And as I was saying, I'm real selfish and selfless.
Coming back to, I know we strain, right, guys, but this is all part of the conversation. Coming back to it, I mean, I wrote a blog that I never published.
So it's time to do it.
I know.
I need you to promise. No, I need you to promise.
But
promise.
I don't make promises. That's another thing about me.
Enough.
But
I'm gonna hold you to that promise that you didn't.
My thing is, a lot of us are so societally polite, or societally polite. However you want to spin this, forgive my vocabulary.
I think it was accurate the first time.
Right. We ask people how they are, or we analyze ourselves, but we don't really want to know the answer. Either it's politeness or denial. And I think it is one or the other. And we really don't want to know how we are. We really don't want to know how they are. And people sense energies. And it's the norm that if you say, hey, Tonika, how are you? How you going, girl?
She say, "How you there?"
Exactly.
And you'll be like, "Okay, good."
And you'll be like, "Yeah, okay, good."
But you know, I don't do that.
Really want to
exactly.
know? And it's something that is so ingrained in us that you have to break apart, and it even comes back to ourselves. And this year, I'm listening to a new artist called Savannah. Christine Savannah something. She's on YouTube here. If you want, you can go search her. But she sang a song called Self-Care and Selfish. And I was like, but wait, 2020, I'm literally walking in self-care. You have to be able to take care of yourself in order to supplement that energy and personify this positive reality that you're trying to live, but you need to push out there. Because if you're broken inside, all you're going to be sharing out are broken pieces of yourself.
That is so true. Speak on it.
And it makes no sense having this big list of resolution when you're not even fixing the problem, which
Yeah,
is
with
you.
Well, that could be the resolution. Fixing
But
yourself.
how many people you know on their list, even though you could see? I mean, a lot of people snub their faces at people who study psychology because they always think, okay, you're reading me. Oh gosh, could you not? I'm literally could design. Could you not psychoanalyze me?
And you're not
for
even
even?
on that.
And I'm like, no, I'm just
Having a
actively
conversation,
listening.
yeah.
And a lot of
Because a lot of
times,
people listen to respond.
yeah,
They don't listen
and
to
exactly,
understand,
and
yeah.
you find that in psychology, you have to shut up and listen to
Listen.
what people saying.
That is probably the hardest thing I ever had to learn
Yeah.
how to do.
But I
'Cause
think it
you
came
know, I talk
naturally
so
after.
much. Like after you get the knowledge, then
We talk so much, guys.
No, we literally
I
talk
said
about
I told. Oh, you was
Uh-huh.
including yourself. Oh, yeah, because I didn't want to just include you. I'm not trying
No,
not to
guys.
offend.
No, we, although we
I
talk a
was
lot.
I was surprised when I had classes with counseling, and I shut up.
Same
I was
in
like,
Anderson
okay,
classes.
I can actually sit down and shut up and listen and genuinely listen to people. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have those experiences,
True.
you know, and it's not always a teachable moment.
True.
You can't, just because you have this knowledge, it's not always your ministry, I like to say, to embark it on people. It's sometimes they need to come to you.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean? And
But I pushy. I like, especially for the people that no,
I push.
no. But the people that I love and care about, I feel like they don't have a choice but to get themselves together. In my eyes, I'm not telling you the pace
No,
to get
but
yourself together.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not telling
I
you, well, you
agree.
need to get yourself together now, but you need to start thinking about it. You need to start
Because your
actively
circle
getting
is
into
a
it.
reflection of yourself.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you can't be my friend, and in fact, let us not. We're trying to keep this civil, but you
Yeah.
can't be my friend. And anyways, continue, guys. But if you are in my circle, I expect certain things of you all, and I understand that sometimes most of the experiences that we have when people expect stuff from us is for selfish reasons, right? And it's not genuine. But the people in my circle, I know that they know, and I hope and trust that they actually know that everything I do comes from a place of love. The King of
Back
Hearts.
to the resolution part is that a lot of the times I mean make resolutions and it's not genuine.
True.
Like a lot of the times we know for a fact
Yeah.
we love cake, but we want to lose 100 pounds for the year. Like it's that
the cake on the
resolution.
treadmill.
No, but that resolution is.
And I don't want no sugar-free cake.
I have
You
been
understand?
there.
Like you know for a fact that
I want my
you-
gluten in my cake.
You're a nice person, but you're like, this year I'm gonna be an asshole. This year.
No, listen.
It's
That was
like-
2016 into 2017 for
No,
me.
but a lot of people is like, they know they're not this asshole, then why try to be this thing just because it sets a new, like the New Year resolution sets this precedent that you have to press a reset.
No, but you're speaking about the misconception of a New Year's resolution, but we actually know and understand what it is and what it's supposed to be, like what it originally is. So, speaking from that informed place, it isn't like that, but the misconception that most of society seem to have, then that is definitely present, right? It's evident, it's in your face, it there.
Right, but that's a big reason why I'm against it.
Yeah,
it's
but-
because we misconstrued
So
where
is
the
it that
resolution
against it
part.
or you're against
You're
the
against the
preach?
I am
misconception of
against
it.
the ideology of it.
Okay.
I'm against how it makes people feel, the psychology of it. I'm totally against how it makes you feel, how it makes you make others feel, just because the first thing, hey, where's your New Year's resolution for the year? Usually that's what people ask.
Yeah.
You know?
But
not,
those-
hey, how are you this year? You know what I mean?
Or how
But
the year
the-
pass?
Or how did your year pass? What we gonna do this year? What did you learn this year? I mean, it's never from the disingenuity of the New Year's resolution. Is
But
what
I
I'm
think
against.
one of the most important things is okay to take breaks.
Yeah.
True.
I think that our generation don't understand that. Like,
I didn't understand
Like you don't have to go
that.
to the spa, but you know,
it's
you
okay to
can-
take mental health days.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why
I
I
would
would
say our
drop work and
generation don't
go to the
understand. I
movies.
think our generation is the one who is now accepting
Accepting
that
it.
it is okay. So I edit that what I said, but yeah.
I think I want to put you all on the spot. Having known the true meaning or the true essence of a New Year's resolution, would you like to? And this is the thing, you don't have to share your New Year's resolutions. They are about you. They are about your self-reflection, your self-care, your betterment. It's not about anybody else. If you have people in your life and around you that you feel genuinely love and care for you, and you feel obligated to share it with them, then fine, by all means do so. Other than that, it's literally about you, because you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to listen to your thoughts. You have to sleep with yourself at night. Okay, that sounds wrong, meaning you have to be alone in yourself. You have to be present within your mind. That is what I mean, right? You have to experience all the things
what's the
for
question,
you.
babe?
Right. The question is, you see, she's telling me I'm talking too much. The question is there any New Year's resolution that you would set understanding what New Year's resolution is supposed to be like, and would you like to share it? Same question for you.
Well, since I think Tonika should go first.
Is she paying you on these spots?
Well, one of mine that I am willing to share is I am going to get my driver's permit. I have to. I'm tired. I have to. Every year, I have to. This year, this year, that is my goal.
Okay, we're starting from today, tomorrow, bringing the form for you.
Thank you so much.
Do not hold me to that. Kezia?
I think this year my New Year's resolution is kind of more purposeful in the sense of it's living in my season of singleness.
Okay.
And I guess we could talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But for me, that is a big resolution of mine. But in the past, I was single, but now it's being purposefully single to explore who I am and to enjoy
Who you
my
are.
life and focus on exploring all
Kezia.
parts of me. Yeah, guys, you know. You know, when we mean all parts, guys,
Yeah.
you know, keep it PG. But yeah.
I have no idea because I have a lot of New Year's
Nah,
resolutions.
You can't be
Listen.
putting us on the Quinn.
Listen.
At least one.
Yeah, he's putting us on the Quinn.
If
but
you
he
would
doesn't
let
wanna.
me get there, then we would see, then you would hear, you would know. I have a lot of New Year's resolutions, most of which I really don't want to share. I mean, I would share with the...
But your podcast is your family. So.
No, I understand that. Yeah, but even even in your family, like you don't tell your family members or certain family members everything.
Yeah.
I believe in privacy. Like,
Some of them might want to delete that.
well, I don't have to worry about your trust being betrayed.
I'm an only child by mother, and that's who I live with. So I don't know about.
No, it's just like you might live in a house with people, but okay, back to the point, right? I feel as though I want to include other people. As I said before, I am very selfish and selfless. But most of the times and most of the things that I do that help develop me, I do it for me. And I don't cast aspersions on others, I don't judge others, but I have been guilty of not trying to help others. So that is what I want to do this year. I want to include people in my growth. And I feel like All Things Quinn is the start of that.
I guess,
You all
yeah.
better hold me to this. I am asking you all to hold me to this.
Guys, you hear that? We need to hold him to this.
All of us.
Yeah. So I guess that's the end of this episode.
Yes, so do you want to shout out anyone? You can pay your social media handles if you want people to hit you up.
Cool. Hi guys, you can follow me at kezbambioffical. Bambi like the bear. So on Instagram. On Instagram. So kezbamby official.
And you could.
Right.
Well,
so.
you all know my handles, King of Hearts on Instagram or Quintin D on Facebook, Quintin D on YouTube. Quintin D on Instagram. I said that already. Quintin D on Twitter, sorry. All Things Quinn on Google Podcast and All Things Quinn on Podbean. All Things Quinn on iTunes.
Guys, his social media handles will be down below.
Yeah, they will be. It is literally not that hard. I would like to thank you all for listening, and I would like to thank these two lovely ladies for being
Thanks
here
for having us.
I know. Thank you for having us.
and for enjoying my seamlessly never-ending conversations.
Small thing, man.
That's all right. That's
Right,
okay.
so-
Well, say good night, everyone.
In closing, because you all
good
know, you all know I can't let you all go off the hook. I need to talk some more. In closing, do not be afraid to look within yourself and set the New Year's resolutions that you want to achieve, the things that you want to change, the things that you want to accomplish, right? Don't feel forced to share them with anyone. Don't feel pressured by the seasonal or the traditional aspects of it. Just do it because you want to, and it doesn't even have to be like New Year's resolutions or resolutions at all. Just, I implore you all to look at yourself, like really do some self-introspection, because at the end of the day, it's you and the Lord. At least that is my belief. So once again, thank you all for listening. Goodbye.